Flash and the Soldier the Gang Spitter. Surveillance cameras released photos of the two suspects that was involved in the passing of young Dolph, hoping that the people in Memphis can recognize these two guys and bring them to justice for young Dolph family, the righteous side. The other side of young Dolph family are want to slide, right? So the streets can recognize these guys as far as like they shape and all that duh. But they did, come up on the scene smart. Face mask, they cover up, hoodie, long pants, long sleeve. From the photo, it looked like they had gloves on, so it let me know that these guys right here ain't no rookies. They didn't done this before. I can't really say a murder, but at least a shooting, they done done that before, because they wouldn't have came like this. They would have came a little bit more sloppy, right? So the mistakes that the police are looking for is, shell casings, fingerprints on shell casings, and if these two guys went into other stores. So if I'm a Memphis homicide detective, right, before the feds step in and take over the case, what I'm gonna do is tell my guys to get in a 100-mile radius, get all the surveillance cameras around this time in a 100-mile radius, because these guys could have been laid low at a store. They could have went into a store. They could have went into a gas station. Let's see if this car went into any gas stations. They could have had their masks off, or you could have seen maybe a tag, or just any type of footage. Let's check and see any cars been stolen in the past week, and see like if we can catch surveillance footage of when they were still in the car. Maybe the guy, when they stole the car, the guy had a Ring camera or a camera in front of his house. You never know, so they'll do all that duh. See, if a lot of street guys are more smart and had my type of brain or my way of thinking, they would have had the shell catcher bracket attached to the AK and the AR, because they do got them. So you ain't had to worry about no shells popping out, because ain't no telling if somebody's fingerprints on. The fingerprints don't even got to be connected to y'all. It can be somebody that's attached to y'all who sold y'all the guns or the bullets or whatever, and they fingerprints on it. Then the feds or the homicide detectives come to them, then they send them to y'all, because the pressure's so built up high. But Dolph, it being Dolph, and him being a big artist, so they're gonna be on this case right here. They ain't gonna let up off this case. So you gotta be real careful. And another thing, they gotta be careful on bragging on it, especially to females. You see what I'm saying? The baby mama or any little female that they rolling with, because they want the bragging rights. They want, females to seem like they down. Like they'll even agree with you. They even dissed off and all that stuff. But then they'll spread it to their best friend. It could be a gay best friend, or a female best friend, or just a female friend, or just another guy friend who they love and who they like and who they tell all their business to. So guys got to be real careful on that, because once one female know about it, the streets gonna know about it. And if the wrong guy find out about it, the streets gonna know about it. A guy that hang with them two guys every day, they'll know that it's them. Or a female who sleep with them guys all the time, they'll know that it's them. So they'll do a lot of talking. They'll start saying like, they look like such and such, such and such. They look like such and such, and they just spread like that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful on that. That's why, it's always good to really cover up when you do missions like that. Even though y'all did good on that, as far as like covering up. I'm saying like y'all taking down Dolph or taking him from this earth. That's between you and him. I'm saying like far as like what y'all came with and how y'all did it, right? Y'all moved fast. So y'all had to be around in the area. Dolph laid low to see him or been watching him from the other side. So that's why they'll get the surveillance footage at the store. And when y'all pulled off, they're going to see if they can catch other surveillance footage where y'all went to. They'll see which way y'all went and see if they can catch other surveillance footages from stores or gas stations or restaurants or all that stuff. Because they know street guys love little fast food spots and little corner stores and tobacco spots, and they got to get blunts and stuff like that. They'll see if y'all went in Walmart. So when y'all doing missions like that, you can't go to no stores. You can't get out that car for nothing. And when y'all get into the stolen cars and y'all riding, you can't be going to no stores, no gas stations. You got to make sure it's gas already in them cars. And when y'all go get gas, you can't get gas in that car. You got to have gas cans and go in your legit car and get gas. Get it big enough, go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a big enough gas can. You can't be going to no gas station, nowhere where cameras, you already got cameras at the red lights. You see what I'm saying? That's another thing. They're going to be checking cameras at the red lights, see if they can see y'all face, because when y'all driving, once y'all off the scene, y'all take the mask down, because it's kind of hard to breathe with the mask on. So they're going to be looking at if it ain't really tinted out and all that stuff, they're going to be looking at that stuff. And they might can get a picture or a better face through the cameras that's on the red lights and the traffic lights. So, in situations like that, you can't even really stop at red lights like that. So you got to be, with all this technology now, you got to be real smart and real careful. Now with the type of weapons that they use right in the Dolph situation, one had an AK style pistol. It wasn't a Draco, because a Draco is the real small one. If it's not the real small one, that's not a Draco, but it's an AK style pistol. The other one had like a 9 or 40 or 45, right? So in a situation like that, a vest like this, remember in the last Dolph video, it was a level 4. This vest right here is a level 2. Level 2 vests is no good. You want to stay away from these unless like in the streets. But I can't really say that because law enforcement wear level 2 vests. You see what I'm saying? Law enforcement wear these right here. A level 2 vest could stop 40s, 45s, 357 9s, 22s. A 44 go through this. A 10 millimeter will go through this right here. So a lot of cops wear this because they go good under uniforms and stuff like that. Level 3 and level 4, you really got to put them over your shirt. So you'll see DEA, ATF, and SWAT team wear them, or just like undercover or state troopers and stuff may have a level 3 or level 4, right? But you know, the typical average day traffic cop, I had this right here. Security guards, they had this right here because it fit under uniforms real good and it's more comfortable, right? But in the streets, everybody play with ARs and AKs, 223s and 7.62s and all of their Mac 11s, FNs and all of their really bigger guns. So this wouldn't really do you no good. And with this a level 2 right here, say you get hit with a 40, the versus the level 2, even though this can stop a 40 and 45, you will still feel the impact a lot, so it still can knock you down and you'll be bruised up under your skin. When you take the vest off, it'll go through, you might be bleeding. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna feel it through this. So, but it's a must you have them all. I got them all, except a level 1. I don't even think they got a level 1. They might if they got a level 2, but I ain't never even looked at it. But yeah, though, with the level 2, they're so easier to find because law enforcement have them and a lot of people have them, so they be floating around in the streets. When you find a bulletproof vest in the streets, it'll be usually a level 2, not a level 3 or a level 4. You got to hit like a ATF trunk. I'm talking about if you're a criminal. Me, I get out of so, but you the street guy, you'll have to hit like a ATF trunk or SWAT team member trunk or a military guy trunk or something like that, or in their house. You know what I'm saying? Whatever one, then you can get like a level 3 or a level 4. Or just take the risk of going to the gun show and getting it. You know what I'm saying? And you take the risk of getting caught with that. So a lot of street guys ain't gonna wear a level 3 or a level 4 because it's so big and thick. They'll wear a level 2 like this because you can conceal it better. You know what I'm saying? Under the shirt, and it don't really look like you got a vest on. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's different type of situations when it comes to the bulletproof vests. But, you know, if Dolph would have had that one on, it wouldn't have done him no good. Maybe it would have slowed some bullets down, but with that Draco, it would have ripped right through it. So you got to know the different type of vests and everything. So that's what I really wish that Dolph had. You know what I'm saying? At least a vest or a bulletproof face mask, something that could protect him. You know what I'm saying? You just vibing and chilling. I thought that was the Ferrari he was in, but that was the Corvette, which same thing, not price-wise or, you know, how fast it go. But that Z06, oh, that Z06 coming out, oh, it's going to beat that Ferrari. But, you know, it looked the same, you know, 2 seats, like same style, you know what I'm saying, engine in the back or mid-engine, you know what I'm saying, trunk in the front. So, you know, I couldn't really see a good picture of it, but that definitely is the C8 Corvette. But, you know, that still was a bad choice of car to drive in Memphis. Like, the Vet is stand out too much. The first time he came, when he came 7 days before that, when he was in that Tahoe, that was the one. That's when you can't really tell, like, who that is. See, with the tint, it's going to always, see, real dark tint always going to give away that it's somebody, it could be somebody, especially like in the SUV, like it could be somebody that's important. Especially when y'all get Suburbans and Tahoes. Durangos and stuff like that, see, that can be a regular person. So that's why I go with the Durango. See, with big Suburbans and Escalades like that, and they tinted out and all that there, the limo tint and all that there, you can kind of tell or kind of expect that it's a celebrity or somebody important in there. But a Durango, it can be a street guy, it can be a regular white person, it can be a regular Asian, a Chinese person, a Mexican person, regular black person having a Durango. It could be somebody who work at Dodge had it, so you can't really tell. So I get that instead of the Escalade and the big Suburbans, because that's what all celebrities like to ride in when they on the Dolo. You see what I'm saying? So that's getting kind of played out. Like, come on, man. But it's better than having that Corvette, that C8 Corvette. But with the 2 suspects, what they got to do is lay low. They got to get out of Memphis right now. Like, you can't be around Memphis. See, if you get out of Memphis, it's going to stop you from talking, saying the wrong thing. You see what I'm saying? Because people who be around you every day, if their reward money gets so high, you got to think, if they drop, like, say, if you know who the suspects is, we give you $500,000. Dolph family willing to put up $1 million, $500,000, $300,000. Now, it's like, why would I keep it real with him? I can get 200 bands, 300 bands. You know, this can change my life. I know that's him. He even told me it was going to, like, I know that they'll believe him too. You know what I'm saying? They can really make it sound good. So you got to watch that. That can really make people turn you in. What Dolph family going to put up for that reward money. And he got money. He rich too. So they don't got to look for the community or the police department to put a fundraiser together. He can just put his bread up. that he already got in his stash and make the streets talk. And if the suspects do get caught up, right, and they get charged in the young Dolph case, and YouTubers, bloggers, and the feds or the police or whoever put it together, and they find old Black Youngster videos, old Yo Gotti videos, even new ones, old Moneybagg Yo videos, anything dealing with Bread Gang, Heavy Count, or CMG, that don't mean that any of them entourage is something to do that though. That just mean they all from the same neighborhood. Yo, like say the dudes from North Memphis, why wouldn't, if you gotta go shoot a video in North Memphis, why wouldn't they come to the video shoot? If Black Youngster, say they from South Memphis, if Black Youngster shoot a video in South Memphis, a whole bunch of people come. So just because, yeah, you see him in the video, where else you see him at? Do you see him every time they go on tour? Do you see them everywhere they be at? Do they be together all the time? So just because they do videos, everybody from East Side come to a video shoot and they can be seen up close with Black Youngster. That don't mean that they roll with Black Youngster. Do they got a Heavy Camp chain? Do they got a CMG chain on? Do they got a Bread Gang chain on? So you can't really, just because they in videos or they in pictures with them or they on tour bus with them, that don't mean that it's something to do that. That just mean they cool with them. They cool enough to hang with them. Yeah, they did that on their own. Ain't nobody tell them to do that, duh. Prove the text messages. Show the phone call traces. Yeah, ping some cell phones. Yeah, ain't gonna be no connection. So yeah, just cause, yeah, that don't mean nothing. So don't even start there. I know they're gonna come up with that theory when they get caught up, if they get caught up, right? Especially that Memphis woman they be doing First 48 and all that death. She's still a detective, a homicide detective. They might put something together, right? They might get some leads, or like I said, with their reward money, you know, and they get a lead and all that death. Y'all try to make the connections. Nah, you need more than that. In America, it's about what you can prove, not what you see or what you know. What can you prove? Yeah, I seen him in the video. Yeah, I know that he know him, but what can you prove? That's how United States work. Now China, Afghanistan, all these other places, Jamaica, Africa, they law is different. But in America, what can you prove? You gotta be real careful. That's why I say get up out of Memphis right now. Go ahead and dip to Little Rock, Arkansas, or Mississippi, the surrounding areas, or little small towns in Arkansas, or little small towns in Mississippi and stuff like that. Yeah. Or go to Nashville, like dip. No, you need to get out of Tennessee because that can spread back down to Memphis. Like, you need to not talk about that. I know you want the bragging rights. You know you did it. Whatever God you serve, know you did it. So, yeah, if y'all want to stay on the streets for however long God let y'all stay on the streets, then, yeah, you got to lay low. Because people going to start talking once their money get put out, what they'll give for turning y'all in. People forget the code when hundreds of thousands of dollars get involved, especially if they say you don't got to testify in court or nothing. You just tell us, and it's a good lead, and we get an arrest, yeah, we give you the money. Yeah, that's like hitting the lottery. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta watch who y'all around. You gotta watch, you know, have good alibis and all that there. Y'all supposed to have all that already together. Cause one wrong word, it could be when you drunk and shell, you slip up and say something. You say too much. Ain't no internet, ain't none of that there. Just relax. Have your good alibis together. That way when the feds come or the homicide detectives come, y'all have y'all story and y'all have y'all people saying, nah, they was right here. So yeah, if y'all ain't got that, then y'all ain't got y'all story together. That's what y'all need to be doing right now. Not smoking on Dolph, not smoking on the PRE. No, y'all need to be getting y'all stories together, getting y'all alibis, getting people who gonna vouch for you together. Unless you don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's why you'll stay at a demon level, because you don't care. You're not smart, so you'll always stay at that demon level. Demons do stuff reckless and don't care, and they get caught and do the jail time or get killed. So yeah, you got to break that cycle if you want to be smart and if you want to really serve Satan and really stay on the streets. You can even get locked up, but you want to beat the case and all that stuff. So, you know, it's up to you. As far as like Dolph family, yeah, of course they want to know who y'all are, not to get y'all arrested, but to get y'all put in the dirt with them. Righteous side of his family, of course, want to see you locked up. And maybe you can get dealt with in jail. It depends on who backing you. Because I can't really say that necessarily, because it depends on who backing you. Like if you got a strong enough clique in prison, then y'all be straight in prison. Every time a rapper kill another rapper or steppers kill a rapper, there don't be nothing happening to them in prison all the time. Because they be having the right gang behind them or the right people or the right connects. So yeah, so it be like that in the street sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The rap world with the fans, that's one thing. The streets and prison, that's another thing. So we see how everything play out. That's my take on the situation.